All right, hey guys, here we are, hole 6. I'm going to try this just a little bit different. I'm thinking something along the lines of a gear ball. If you didn't catch my first guide, I was able to get it with a layup shot. So do check that out because you may not have the luxury of doing it this way. But if you do, it just kind of creates kind of a little bit, I wouldn't even necessarily say that it's an easier chance. It's just kind of a different chance. There's a good chance this shot works out, but there's also the potential for it to always go wrong. So, especially if you're not perfect with your land and your aim. So you will need to be very careful. Looks like my opponent is trying to maybe hop it through the trees. Also, a way to go. What I don't like about this is the unpredictability of it. So the fact that you don't know how it's going to roll through there or off the trees, for instance, not something that I like to do personally. But I will do it if I have to, as kind of a last resort effort. I will do it. Now here you can see with kind of what we're up against, I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 4 on the backspin here. Typically I might go just a little bit more. You can also see that will be pretty close to maybe 5 or 6 rings, and I'm probably going to go right around half power here. So here you can see with what I'm trying to do, and just curl it over and get it either onto the fairway. Oh, looks like maybe just a little bit too much curl, so you may not want to go full. The only reason I went full was because of the wind angle. I wanted to make sure that I got that over there. As you can see, it just clipped the rough. It almost, all it needs to do is get up onto that fairway and you have a guaranteed pitch. Still a very good possibility from the fringe. In fact, I had my opponent in the very first time that I played this actually rolled it in with a great ball. Don't even ask me how it happened, because there was, there wasn't enough, he wasn't close enough to be able to pull a great ball off like that. It was a little fortunate break more so than anything, but it does, have the possibility of happening. And here's another great ball, and that one almost fell as well. Just imagine if you would have actually played the slope a little bit more, maybe it would have rolled in. That's typically what you'll want to do, because it'll actually, it gives you an extra option to potentially great ball, especially when you're up here. If I pull this with some backspin, for instance, and try to land it here, there's a chance with a great ball that it still takes kind of this funny slope and actually just somehow manages to go in. There you can see I get my perfect and roll it right into the pin. So 2 ways to get eagle there. Of course, with the added bonus of potentially rolling it up onto that green. I wouldn't recommend more than maybe 4 backspin with this wind. Maybe just pull off that curl just a little bit more. It looks like I got just a little too much aggressive. I typically don't curl it that much, but since the wind was pretty much the hardest that I've ever seen for the tournament, I wanted to make sure that I got that over there to the right. And you can see it was just a little bit off. But good luck there, guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.